We're excited today to talk about job recovery. We see this as one of the most important things in our region. We know that there's challenges with everything from jobs coming in and jobs coming out, but with a very dynamic environment. So our host and our panel today will be discussing that.
We'll talk about the role of the defense industry this morning. We'll talk about new industries that may be coming to the area. We'll talk about the impacts of some of the changes in our economy over time as they relate to this national picture of job recovery, which we keep hearing is coming, but sure seems like a long way off at the moment.
Back in, at the end of January, we gave a forecast where we said that the region had sort of lost about 6,000 jobs, but these numbers would be revised downwards, and the losses would be estimated to be at least 8,000. Well, it turns out the job situation got a lot worse. So this year, in the month of January, when the U.S. Department of Labor started benchmarking their numbers for March 2009, at the national level, the numbers were revised down by 900,000. The largest decrease, percentage-wise, was 0.7% downwards since at least 2000. To give you some numbers in perspective, this resulted from March 2008 to March 2009 a decline of employment of 5.8 million, or 4.2% decline in employment in the United States.
What I've found, not only in Hampton Roads, but really across the country in my work, that there's unevenness when times are good, and there's even greater unevenness when times are bad. So as we are speaking to the loss of jobs and the unemployment rates as a region, there are sub-regions within our region that really have had depression-level unemployment rates for some time. And those are some of the areas where I've had the opportunity to work over time. And I think it is important that as we look at not only the recovery and as we look at moving forward, that we develop methodologies and approaches that will really draw upon these, what I consider to be untapped assets. We have a talent pool out here in our region. We have small businesses, those that have 25 employees or less, who are often providing great quality, sustainable jobs for individuals, and given an opportunity to compete more in the marketplace, those businesses can hire even more individuals. In the education sector, I think it's extremely important for business to advocate for our public education institutions, both at K through 12, community college, and higher education, and that we take advantage of untapped assets such as Hampton University, Norfolk State, Old Dominion, of course, and make sure that we are truly utilizing all of the assets that we have available in the region.
Where then does education fit in particular higher education, in particular community college education? Growth isn't new for us. As Cathy alluded to, for the past decade or so, we've had record enrollment. I mean, ever since I've been here, we've had record enrollment. In fact, we've grown 85% from where we were 12 years ago, each year with a record enrollment increase. We're now the 18th largest community college in the country, of about 1,600 of them, and thank you. And we consistently rank among the 50 fastest growing community colleges in the country. We'll serve this year 46,000 students. A very telling thing this year is that two firsts happen. One is, in fall enrollment alone, we topped over 30,000 students. The second thing that happened, in spring enrollment, this current semester, we topped over 31,000 students. That is the first time we have ever had a larger spring enrollment than we've had a fall enrollment.
But clearly today, The question is, I think from a job seeker standpoint, and that's the topic of today, is where are the jobs going to be and what's my future? It's no longer a scarcity question. We have somewhat of an abundance. The challenge becomes how we grow those jobs to now bring back into the workforce the folks that have seen their opportunity for income and employment go away during this period. It's hard to fathom. And as much as this job affords some wonderful opportunities in this time to see the face of those individuals, and that's what we do, our team at Opportunity Inc. is responsible for assisting job seekers in finding new employment and getting education and training to help facilitate that new employment. We also are responsible for major closures. So when Ford closed, we were there along with the whole team of people here to help facilitate that transition for those workers. Right now we're working with International Paper, where 1,100 workers are being laid off. Cooper Vision here in Norfolk, a contact lens manufacturer. And more of the companies we're working with are closing because of foreign competition.
We travel extensively nationally and internationally and try to introduce companies to opportunities that Hampton Roads has to offer. Obviously, if you're targeting companies that we would like to recruit here, you play to your strengths. And our strengths as a region lie in advanced manufacturing, modeling and simulation, our maritime and logistics industry, aerospace, and corporate and regional headquarters. But as you all know, over the past couple of years in this economy, there haven't been a lot of new company announcements taking place. Not a lot of investment in new facilities. But we're very optimistic about where we are and where we're headed for a couple of reasons. One, the lead time on new project locations is typically anywhere from 18 months to 2 years. And in the past year, we have seen an increase in all of our internal indicators for what we do. During 2009 over 2008, we had more inquiries from active project searches. We responded to more general inquiries. We had more companies actually visit the area for prospect visits to look at properties, look at communities, and our announcements even for 2009 were up over 2008. So we're starting to see more activity in companies gathering information for where their next location project is going to go. One of the things that we work very aggressively are with site selection consultants. So where we target certain business sectors where we have obvious advantages and assets that we can present to them, consultants nationally tend to handle searches of all types of business for their clients. And I'm sure this will come as a surprise to you. A lot of people in California have never heard of Hampton Roads.
So thanks again for coming out. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you out in the community. Thanks.